Home and away spoilers follow for UK viewers. Here's a full collection of 13 massive moments. You can also check out our collection of 36 spoiler pictures from these episodes. 1. Rue hides the truth from Cohen. Rue is infuriated to learn that her adoption plans have been halted while the police investigate a man called Adrian, who says he is Cohen's father. In order to determine the validity of his claims, Rue is told that Cohen will need to undergo a DNA test. Rue can't bring herself to tell Cohen the truth, so makes out it's a follow-up test from his recent illness. 2. Cohen and Adrien come face to face. Adrien arrives at the police station to see David, clutching a newborn photo of Cohen and desperate to know more about him. Their meeting is interrupted by Rue, who wants to have her say. David intervenes and puts Rue in her place, but she's adamant Cohen belongs with her, in Summer Bay. 3. Remy takes a step forward. Bree is hopeful that Remy's return to the stage will help heal their relationship, but he doesn't share her optimism. As Remy continues to wallow over his past mistakes, Eden makes him realize how hard Bree is fighting for them. Buoyed by her words, Remy tells Bree and Eden that he's had a change of heart, the gig is on. 4. Adrien wins Cash's support. Adrien spots Rue walking in the bay with Cohen and introduces himself. Rue is furious and orders Cash to intervene, as a confused Cohen questions if he's just met his dad. Later, Cash listens as Adrien reveals how he was cut of Cohen's life and didn't have the chance to get to know him. Cash reports back to David and the pair agree that Adrien would make a good father. 5. Cohen and Rue want to stay together. Cohen's mind is racing following his meeting with Adrien and Rue is unable to give him the answers he needs. When Harper arrives to check on him, Cohen insists he wants to stay living with Rue. She's forced to tell him that might not be possible. Meanwhile, Rue is supported by her loved ones as she faces the likelihood of losing Cohen. 6. Mac and Levi's IVF journey continues. Mackenzie and Levi's latest IVF results are positive, giving the couple the go-ahead for her egg retrieval. They start with their first round of trigger injections. Levi is anxious about hurting Mac, but she reassures him it's fine. Afterwards, Mac starts experiencing cramps, so Levi convinces her to work at home from the couch until she's feeling better. 7. Lacy gets bad news. Lacy informs Joe that she's hired a private investigator to look into the accident that killed their mother. Joe is concerned by the news and tells Tane she doesn't want David to have to relive the trauma over what happened. Later, Lacy is horrified when the investigator suddenly drops the case, and feels sure her sister is behind it. But Joe sets Lacy straight, revealing the woman backed out after discovering their dad is a police sergeant. 8. Lacy makes a new plan to help Theo. Joe tells Lacy she wants their mom's death to be investigated too, so she can prove she wasn't at fault. Lacy offloads to Theo, who's more preoccupied whether to return to his old job at the garage with Justin or carry on being a surf teacher. Later, Lacy asks Kirby to fire Theo so he can go back to his dream role. Theo sees through their plan and decides his heart lies at the garage. 9. Irene starts clearing out. Irene gifts Leah the teapot she used to break her cycle with alcoholism and thanks her for always being there. She's determined to get her affairs in order before her Alzheimer's progresses, but Leah and Marilyn feel it's too soon. John eventually supports Irene's decision to part with her possessions, but in return asks she keeps her friends close. 10. Irene makes a huge decision. Irene cracks on with her clearing out and is lifted when Sonny brings humor to the situation. Later that night, Sonny finds Irene in a somber mood as she reflects on all the places she never got to visit in her life. He urges her never to say never, which gives Irene an idea. After sleeping on it, Irene announces to Leah that she's decided to sell her home and travel the world while she still can. 11. Joe and Tane have another dating disaster. Joe and Tane decide to have another go at getting to know one another. Their date gets off to a great start, but as Tane goes to the bar, Joe sees an incoming call from Harper and decides to cancel it. She later admits what she did to Tane, who's understanding, but rushes off to collect Archie. 12. Remy and Bree are back on track. Remy's anxiety over performing in public resurfaces as he fears it will cause him and Bree more problems. Regardless, he and Eden take to the stage for a moving duet that has the whole crowd going. Remy's fears prove to be unfounded and afterwards he and Bree share a passionate reunion back at his. 13. Irene's mind is made up. Sonny is in Dana's bad books after he admits he put the idea in Irene's head to go traveling. Meanwhile, Irene gets annoyed when Leah and Alf try to talk her out of leaving. She refuses to back down, insisting this is what she wants and she'll be putting all the safeguards in place. Will Irene's loved ones be able to support her decision and let her go?